optimal, and we're going to be talking about the different technologies themselves and how they stack up to each other as in terms of speed, bandwidth, capability for future expansion, etc. right after we roll out our short video intro segment. Okay, so let's get started with the first subject for today's video, which is going to be to explain GSM. GSM equals Global System for Mobile Communications. GSM was first developed in December of 1991 in Finland and was developed by the European Telecommunications Standards Institute in order to describe the protocols used for 2G cellular networking. GSM has ownership of over 90% of the market share and is available in over 200 territories/countries/regions. A modified variant of GSM, parentheses WCDMA, which is using CDMA's air interface, and that contributed to the 3G networking standard being available for GSM initially in 2001. All the new standards were invented for future generations and are generally more optimal as in terms of bandwidth for the next generations of cellular networking, including LTE, which we're also going to be covering within this video slightly. Although if you want more details, please let me know in the comments below, and I will try to make another video going more into depth for that subject. Our next topic is going to be to explain CDMA. CDMA equals Code Division Multiple Access. In general, CDMA-based networks allow for more connected clients as older standards, including GSM. CDMA is initially designed for the third generation, for instance 3G, of mobile networks, meaning at the best CDMA and GSM only use 3G networking technologies, and long-term evolution, for instance LTE, is for the fourth generation of mobile networking and in theory allows for 10 times faster speeds based on the standards itself and not any real-world statistics, which is more optimal rather than using older generations such as 2G. Okay, so now that we've given a brief overview of GSM and CDMA, many of you are probably wondering what's the difference between them and if one of them is more optimal than the other. Well, that's what we're going to be covering in our next slide, which is differences between CDMA and GSM. GSM phones utilize a SIM card to connect to a cellular network connection, while CDMA phones need to be locked into a network carrier to function within a cellular system. The connections based on CDMA and GSM themselves depend on the carrier. So the quality is basically based on the carrier and aren't significantly impacted by the standards individually. GSM phones have the ability to be unlocked and switched around to different carriers and include interchangeable SIM cards given that the device is unlocked and not tied to a certain carrier. Some phones utilize both CDMA and GSM, although most only use one. CDMA is most popular in Russia and the United States, and some carriers offer better coverage using GSM, while some offer better coverage using CDMA. So it really depends on the area for coverage and the carrier itself. Not one of them is guaranteed better in every single way for real world performance, as other factors such as the location, carrier, and how much congestion is placed on a given network is going to impact the performance which a connection client receives. Some examples of carriers that use GSM and some examples of carriers that use CDMA are going to be listed here. So some examples of carriers that use CDMA include US Cellular, Sprint Corporation, and Verizon Wireless. Some of the carriers that utilize GSM technology include AT&T Mobility and T-Mobile. Please note that none of these carriers mentioned within this video are sponsored for this specific video and were mentioned for informational purposes only within this video. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much for watching this video, which is generally towards GSM and CDMA. Please make sure to subscribe to this channel. Please hit the boom search if you have not done so already, and have your bell notifications turned on in order to prevent missing any of our future uploads of content. Note that the bell icon only appears to the right of the subscribe button after you've selected the subscribe button beforehand. If you have any future video suggestions pertaining to the subjects of computer software, computer hardware, technology topics to explain how technology works, or basically anything tech related, then please let me know in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next content upload. Bye!